Hello beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am here with your choice. This is a pick a card reading on the topic of messages from your person. What is it that the person on your mind would like to tell you? Alright, this is for a love connection. It has been intended for that, and we will see what comes through. All right, I have your cards for checking your energy so that you know whether the pile that you choose is actually your pile. I'm going to first look at the energies, and once you confirm that is your pile, we will live shuffle the tarot as well as the channel messages. The advice cards are already pre-shuffled. All right, so yes, doesn't really need an explanation anything about this reading, but yes, it's a general reading and a timeless one, so not everything will resonate with you. You know your situation better than anyone else, and you are to follow your intuition and use your discernment. Maybe there are a few messages for you, maybe the whole reading resonates, maybe nothing resonates, but you do not force fit anything. All right, and yes, that's all there is. And whenever you come to this reading is meant for you, and the energies are usually, they stay up to about 3 months or so. All right, so if you have to come back to this reading again, you can, but just remember, when you come to any tarot reading which you go to, either on this channel or any other channel, just know that nothing is set in stone. You have the power to change things. All right, so that is all there is as far as the introduction goes. Let me introduce you to the piles. We have 3, as you can see. Pile number 1 is the Tarot of the Golden Wheel, or the Selenite palm stone. Pile number 2 is the Unfolding Path Tarot, or this Rose Quartz heart. And pile number 3 is the Cozy Wish Tarot and this Labradorite crystal. Alright, so for those of you who are intuitive and already seen which is your pile, you may go to the timestamps and head to your reading. And for those of you who benefit from the meditation, let's get ready. Sit with your spine erect, your palms open and facing upward. Shut your eyes, gently take in a deep breath. Hold, center yourself, and focus between your eyebrows. Connect with your intuition, knowing that it will never lead you astray. Slowly exhale, relaxing into it. Open your eyes gently, and whichever pile you're called to, that is your pile. Alright? Well, I'll see you at your pile. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen this Tarot of the Golden Wheel and the Selenite palm stone, this is going to be your reading, and we will further confirm it with this energy check-in that we're going to do before we head to the tarot. Alright? If there's been clutter in your situation, meaning in the form of, a lot of people's opinion, maybe on your side, maybe on their side, maybe on both sides, be it friends or family, or a lot of other things except the two of you, it's time for you to take a good look at that and, start decluttering the external influences to see where this connection actually stands. Now these are the advice cards for the end of the reading, and right now we're going to take a look at the energy check-in. This side is your person, this side is you, this side is your person, and the connecting energy is in the center. You can switch if you find that you resonate more with this side, that's fine. Alright, sometimes both will resonate with you, which just indicates mirroring. Alright, so for your energies, pile number 1, we have the Bath Spirit, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have Crossroads. Okay, For your person, we have the Horse Spirit. They get 2 cards here. The Chariot and the 10 of Wands and Bouquet. All right. And for your connection, you get, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And I feel this is past energy that you have, both of you, pile number 1, have been relying on your friends and your family, on other people to make things happen for you. And I feel with this Selenite coming here that you need to declutter. There are other people external to the 2 of you and your relationship that have a bigger say than the 2 of you do. I feel you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation, all right? With the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, the most difficult 10s, which you both have got on either side, this, I feel, has been a very painful connection, in the sense that it may have started off beautifully, all right, but for some reason a lot of people had a say in this connection, and this connection is right now obviously at an end with the 10 of Swords here. And it's been a while because you have the 10 of Wands here, all right, and it was very painful. So there was something beautiful at one point of time, and then it ended, and there was a lot of pain. And you may have felt the pain was only on your side, but there was pain on both sides. And unfortunately, instead of being able to sit and communicate about it and work through it, you may have just not spoken to one another, and there are other people who are carrying your messages back and forth or telling you what to do and how to be. And that is possibly what's caused this 10 of Swords to happen in the first place. All right. But the good part is that for you on your side, you get the Bat, which is all about rebirth. All right. You have really worked on yourself. You've been very hurt with this. It's almost with this card Ruin here, which is, this is how it's described in this deck. You've actually felt as though everything in your life is over. You've just been brought to ruin, all right? But you've slowly picked up the pieces, and you have, come back together, and now you're thriving, all right? You've worked, and it wasn't easy. It's almost as though you have given yourself a new lease of life. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's the energy, all right? And you've done a lot of work for yourself. With this Crossroads card, I feel the number 22 or the number 4 could be significant. You've been working on your stability, and possibly you have actually moved on with someone else, all right? Or you're beginning to move on with someone else. And it's possibly at this time that this person is coming back, or you're getting this intuition that this person is about to come back. And now you're at crossroads. Should I wait and hear what they have to say, or should I move on? All right. And this is plaguing you because this person meant a whole lot to you, which is why, they've triggered you so badly. And this breakup or the separation has been very heavy on you. And there are some answers that you want. You feel this connection still, all right? But you've just not been able to speak. Coming to your person's side, you have the Horse Spirit here and the Chariot. Chariot is Cancer energy, but the horse reminds me of Sagittarius. So maybe your person has these 2 placements. But your person, after this separation, if you thought, on social media that they were having a great time, they haven't. They've been burdened by whatever has transpired between the 2 of you, the ending. It's taken a toll on them. Apart from that, I feel whatever is happening in their own situation in their life, that has also been pretty stressful for them, all right? But they have also worked. They are finally seeing the truth of this situation. If you can see, the horse's third eye is, getting illuminated. So they are getting answers. They've been working on themselves. And now they realize that they have let a lot of people come and tell them what to do, but now they should take things in their own hands. And so with the Chariot card here, they're coming into balance and they want forward movement in this connection. The number 9 could be significant to you as well, and this person might actually come out of the blue with a surprise, with a bouquet of flowers or some sort of gift. It gives me a very Ace of Pentacles kind of feeling. All right, they are ready to start afresh. They have really worked on themselves and they have realized what this connection was all about. Okay, so this is the energy that I get. If this is resonating with you, carry on with this pile, otherwise choose another pile. All right, and I'm just called to tell you that if you both have been manifesting this either knowingly or unknowingly, whatever you've been dreaming of that is about to happen is going to happen. All right, so keep your thoughts positive. If you actually want this, whether you want this reconciliation for a closure or to take things forward, it's up to you, but both of you are manifesting. So why would you want to manifest something that isn't positive? So keep your thoughts positive, and every time you find your thoughts going into a negative direction, you're being called to, bring it back. We can't always remain in that positive energy, but when we recognize that we are going into a place wherein it's going to pull us down, shift the energy, do something that you love to do. Just go out and just, instead of just sitting in your head, get up and walk around, do something that you like, play with your pet, go out in nature, do something else, make yourself soft, something sweet to drink or whichever way you like it. All right, so this is the energy that I'm getting. Now I'm going to remove these cards here and we are going to shuffle your tarot. And let's see what your person would like to tell you. What does pile 1's person want to tell pile number 1? Please come through, Spirit. What does pile number 1's person want to tell pile number 1? Oops, my lord, they want to tell a lot. So I think this separation has been on for a while and they have a lot to tell you, and maybe in the past they didn't tell you anything at all. All right, I can see a baby spider. All right, I don't know whether you can see a teeny tiny spider, and that's why I got this. Looking at that spider, I feel that's a sign that you keep your thoughts positive and you can dream your connection into being. If this is what you want, which I feel that this is what you want, because for them it was evident that that's what they want, and the very fact that you're coming to a reading to find out what they have to say, it feels you're still very invested in this connection. So you are more powerful than you think you are. All right, you can manifest this into being, but that is not by chasing this person, but by doing what you've been doing, which is working on yourself and letting go of outcomes. And that spider is waiting to come to this painting. You may have picked it up and oh no, the painting is chopped off. It's actually not a painting, it's a drawing my daughter made for me. All right, let's see. They have so much to say. Why are they not coming out with it? The Tower. All right. The Moon. The Four of Cups. The Six of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy is the Judgment. Wow. Well, they're very powerful feelings that your person wants to talk about. All right, they feel that in the past they've been immature, and whenever they've come to you, it may have been flirting, but that was just because They didn't know how to communicate better. They felt so much. Their feelings run really, really deep, but they didn't know how to go about it. And what they want to tell you now is that when the separation happened, it was something they didn't expect. They didn't really, because it's possible that you've given this person many chances, all right? And when you finally walked away, they didn't expect it. In fact, initially when you walked away, they were so sure that you'll come back. They didn't even bother to, try and correct it or follow you or ask you what's wrong. They just had this supreme confidence that you'll come back again, all right? And when it finally dawned on them that you're not coming back, it was this huge tower moment that they had. And they want to tell you that they have never felt so shaken, so shocked, and so heartbroken. It's just changed their life completely. All right? They've been thrown into this place of confusion, of questioning everything about themselves, of doubting their own capabilities, of, going within for answers. There was a lot of confusion, a lot of things hidden. Maybe they had hidden things from you, but they were just pushed into this place wherein they had to really reflect on themselves, all right? And to you, it may have appeared as though this person wasn't interested in you, all right? Because they never showed anything. They just showed apathy. But they're wanting to let you know that there is nothing that can make them happier than you. Nothing. And they are getting in touch with their intuition, and it is now that they're getting this epiphany and they realize that they didn't treat you right and that you have poured so much into this connection and they want to do right by you. They had, when your connection had begun, it had begun with you both being equals. Then somewhere down the line you started pouring in the energy and they just started enjoying it and not giving back to you and finding that that was okay. All right, so I feel that this relationship has happened just to trigger the two of you. It is to trigger you to understand your worthiness because you're so special. They always thought you were worthy, but they knew you'd keep coming back. And this person has to heal their own wounds because they've been in this energy wherein they want to control the connection. And that's why they were giving you little by little just to keep you interested. And when you finally walked away because the pain was so much, they just realized no one else can make them feel the way you did. And with this Judgment card here at the bottom of the deck, energy and the Queen of Swords, they know that they have to come clean. And they have this feeling that they are getting a second chance to do things right by you. And they better come clean with this Queen of Swords here and give you, what you gave them. Look at that, the Four of Wands. So there's a potential for a happily ever after. This could be a spiritual connection. Four of Wands is the 11-11 card. And maybe you both feel it. And this was meant to happen. Spiritual connections, especially higher order connections, are famous for getting codependent very quickly. And maybe that's what happened. When you started off as equals, you were smitten and you both triggered each other. You both got insecure. So you started doing the work to keep them with you, and they started giving you a little bit, knowing that, if they kept you hooked, you keep coming back. And both of you need to work on your insecurities. Both of you have the same insecurity, which is the fear of abandonment, but both of you react to it in a different way. And both of you needed to heal, which you have done. Looking at the cards, which we were talking about, your energies between the two of you, you have let other people come in the way and tell you what to do. But now you're realizing that it was never about anyone else. It was just about the two of you. And one person was putting in a lot of effort and the other person was doing nothing. And I feel that this clutter may have been on their side, wherein the friends have actually come and told them, keep them hooked, by just giving them the bare minimum. And maybe it was a toxic type of connections that they had. But now they are realizing the truth because they realize no one can fulfill them like you do. and they realize that they have not communicated, they've not told you how they feel, and they have just done bare minimum in this connection. There was possibly very immature energy in the past. Alright, I think we'll first take out the messages before taking out the advice cards. This is the deck made by me, and this I am very happy to announce. I have finally got my hands on the Hidden Truth Oracle. I have been waiting for this deck forever, and it wasn't available in India, and I was wondering how I'm going to get my hands on it. And my sister-in-law, bless her, Malika, thank you very much once again, and she has got me these cards, and I'm just waiting to use them. Alright, so we'll first start with these channel messages which I have made for you, and I made these long ago and for whatever reason it never occurred to me to make it larger, make the font larger so that you could read. So I'll have to read it for you. So let's see, what does your person want to say to you? Pile number 1. What does your person want to say to you? Oops, it's a lot. What does your person want to say to you? What does your person want to say to you? We have our own journeys, heartbroken, divine intervention. So they are definitely heartbroken over what happened, alright? And they realize when this tower moment happened that you had your own journeys, and that what was happening in this connection was not okay. And they are recognizing now that this was, divine intervention, because you both really had to work on yourselves. Our relationship was getting toxic, and they are realizing that, alright, wherein you were doing all the work and they were just breadcrumbing you, or, they could have been so immature in this connection. Almost I get the feeling that they were entitled. I believe in us. That's their realization, realizing now. This is what they're realizing now. Do you feel it as deeply as I do? So this is again that insecurity. Have you moved on? You mean the world to me. Look at what I said. Didn't I say this? Codependency. This is what happens in connections which are, soul ties, soul connections, higher order connections. You tend to become codependent very fast, and this is something you need to even guard against. And we did see a Queen of Swords here. When this person comes back, pile number 1, don't immediately go on to accepting the apology and just carrying on, as though nothing happened. Make sure those boundaries are in place, otherwise you will go back to the cycle of codependency and of this whole thing. Everyone needs to bring something to the table, and it has to be equal. On some days maybe someone will give more, on the other day someone else will, but it shouldn't be that only one person keeps putting in the hard work. Alright, if there's love on both sides, both have to work towards it. And that's why I love to see an 8 of Pentacles in a reading, even more than the 6 of Pentacles, because it means that you're ready to put in the effort. So what does your person want to say to you? I left when I saw you with someone. And I feel they actually didn't see you with someone, but this is possibly that same clutter. Some friend coming and saying that, I think, there's someone who's fed something to your person, which has triggered their insecurities as well. I know I was a distraction from your pain. This again, I feel that this was all what they thought they were doing in the past, but I feel that this was energy of the past when the separation actually happened, and they were telling that to make them feel better. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. They're learning that now, after they have actually worked on themselves, and now they're coming into this energy, with the Chariot and the Horse Spirit, where their third eye is illuminated, if you remember those cards which I showed you. And now they are realizing that you came into their life to help them learn how immature they were, and that they had this fear of abandonment. I left you before you could leave me. Absolutely, that's exactly what I said. Fear of abandonment. All right, I'll take out a few more cards. Sometimes I stay awake thinking of you. Absolutely, you could feel that, and I feel you're feeling the same. I know I crossed the line with you. So they realize that they've been pretty nasty. in the past, which is why you finally walked away. And they knew that they could get away with with murder as far as you're concerned, because you were so much into them. But they didn't realize they pushed you so much that you had to actually walk away. And when you did is when they realized that they'd taken it too far. I regret lying to you. So maybe even this was if you have ever confronted them that you're not putting in the effort, they may have, projected something else to you and lied to you just to get out of the situation. We need to let each other go. And I feel this is what they felt in the past. And this was a wonderful thing that the two of you did, because of which you've been able to heal. All right? Because if this didn't happen and you didn't let each other go and you didn't walk away, you wouldn't have been able to concentrate on yourself and work through your fears. And this is something that you have done. Advice for you, pile number 1, surrender. And I feel for a lot of you, pile number 1, you have surrendered. You have actually focused on yourself, which is why that bad spirit came, wherein your rebirth is assured because you have put in the effort. All right, you have actually said that I have put in so much into this connection and I've been so heartbroken, and I'm going to put that energy into me. And that is the best thing that you could have possibly done. All right. And if you feel that you're on crossroads, just surrender. Just surrender. You will know. Your intuition will guide you forward and tell you whether this is meant to be or not when your person comes back. So don't have to decide beforehand. Just follow your inner guidance. All right. Then you have this card. This is the imagery on the card. And you have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So when this person comes back, don't be in your head about what happened in the past, while not allowing them to cross your boundaries, but be light-hearted and playful. If you've done the work, then you may have come together because there was this wonderful energy. When I said, the 6 of Pentacles, you came together as equals. There was a lot of happy fun that you had together, with this Page of Wands here. But they carried on being in the Page energy while you matured, and then you were doing all the work, and they carried on being immature and demanding and possibly entitled. All right, but now when they come back, allow them to say what they have to. Bring that playfulness back into your connection, and then surrender. You will know whether this is meant to be or not. Soulmates. Absolutely. You are soulmates, and I could make that out, which is why this codependency is a natural thing, because if it's a very strong connection, again, 33 is a master number. 33 adds up to a 6, Venusian energy. So there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of compatibility here. This also gives me very playfulness vibes. All right. Beautiful. And then you get a new start is coming. New moon. Absolutely. And you must be feeling that, which is why you are in this energy of crossroads. What should I do? There is going to be fresh energy. Your person has done the work. Your person is realizing, and they're going to come forward. All right, with that bouquet card here, they're going to come with a gift or a bouquet, and they're going to try and make things okay. Allow them in with an open heart and see where this connection goes. All right, don't decide anything beforehand. Trust your intuition and make sure that no one steps your boundaries. All right, pile number 1. So these are the messages from them. They are finally realizing what they've done, and you can be sure that they will come, and this time they will not come as the Page. They're going to come from a more mature place because they've done the work on them. You will know. So that is all I have for you. I hope this reading gave you some sort of clarity. You've been doing a great job on yourself, pile number 1. Keep at it. All right, and this is mostly for them, I feel. And maybe now, after the 10 of Swords has happened, maybe there are a lot of people on your end who are telling you to forget this person and that they were a waste of time. But you are being also, told to declutter. Don't take guidance from anyone outside this connection. Take it from yourself. All right, you will know what to do. With that moon card here, which has come in this reading, and with that bat spirit, which was there in the beginning, you are extremely intuitive. Just follow your inner guidance. That's all I have for you. Take good care of yourself and keep doing the good work. Lots of love and light and a bit of magic. Bye-bye. Pile number 2. Those of you who've chosen the Unfolding Path Tarot and this beautiful rose quartz heart, welcome to your reading. What does your person have to say to you? Whenever I get this rose quartz heart, I always feel very young, happy energy. That looking at each other with rose tinted glasses. I get very soft energy with this crystal, but today I'm getting very cold energy with this crystal. I just feel that whatever's transpired, it may have started off as a very beautiful connection. You may have been really young when you started, but right now I feel the separation has been on for a long time and you're almost cold with one another. And yet you are here. So the feelings, at least from your side, are definitely here. Alright, let's see what is happening in this connection. So we're going to first do an energy check-in. And if you feel this is your pile, stick around. Otherwise, choose another pile. Alright? And we'll look into the rest later. Well, this is you. This is your person connecting energies. If you feel this resonates more like you and this is your person, feel free to switch. If you feel both are like you or both are, then it means you're mirroring. If you feel nothing is like you, then this is not your pile. Alright? So, let's take a look. What do you have? You have the lizard spirit. You have the devil. And you have the house. Alright. The number 4 could be significant. Your person has the stingray spirit. So this is fire and water. And they have the Queen of Wands. And the Tower. The number 19 or the number 10 or the number 1 could be significant. And your connecting energy is passion. Okay. So what am I getting here? Pile number 2. With you getting the house and them getting the tower here, the first thing I get from this connection is that for you, what your family says was extremely important to you. How your family decides everything about you. All right. For you, stability is very important. Family is very important. And so whatever your family says, I feel you wouldn't go against that. There's this fear with this devil card here. It's almost as though you are, bound by the rules of your family and you feel very uncomfortable breaking out of it. Alright? With them and this Tower card, even they are very concentrated on their stability. Maybe their purpose, in the past when you've come together, it's, chemistry that got you together. There was this huge amount of passion when you saw each other. It may have started with butterflies in your stomach, but it just quickly became something else. There was a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry. All right? And then the fears came in. This person was possibly concentrated on their coin, and with the Queen of Wands here, I feel that they were extremely into you physically. They were almost enamored by you, but they kept questioning whether this was only physical. All right? And so they wanted to work on something which is more stable, and they were working on their coin. I don't feel that they walked away because there was someone else or something like that. It's just that they decided they want to work on something which is stable because they did not know whether you were a passing fancy. And in your case, you were stuck by your family, I feel you may be from different cultures, different backgrounds, and somehow you know that this wouldn't be accepted. And though you feel drawn to them, you feel connected towards them, you're just stuck here because on one side they are working on their coin. If you look at these two cards here, you are looking at them, but they are not looking towards you. They are focused on the side, on themselves and building what they want to. It's not that the attraction isn't there. It's very strong. But you need to work through these fears. What is it that's holding you back? For some of you, I feel you are very strong economically and this person isn't. And these are the factors because of which you are not together, or maybe it's a long while, but you're still waiting. That's why you're here for this reading. I'm not getting warmth in this connection. I mean, there is a lot of passion and chemistry, but usually with this crystal, I feel so much of warmth, I'm not getting that. So I feel your connection there may be no movement in your connection. And now when you think of one another, you just remember the chemistry, and I don't see feelings here. We'll take a look at the tarot. But if this sounds something like your connection, stick on. Otherwise, choose another pile, alright? We're going to keep this aside here. And let's see what does tarot have to say. We have 3 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. I don't like this energy, but let's see. What does pile number 2's person have to tell them? What does pile number 2's person have to tell pile number 2? What does pile number 2's person have to tell pile number 2? What does pile number 2's person have to tell pile number 2? Pile number 2's person have to tell pile number 2. Oh, 8 of Swords. The Judgment. 3 of Swords, which I saw earlier. Ace of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. Ooh. Just what I was getting from that, but I feel there's a little more here. Okay, this person wants to tell you that they never felt good enough for you, alright? The way they thought about themselves, they never thought they were good enough for you. As I was picking up, that you are from possibly a better background, higher economical status, or you're extremely good looking, or something wherein they feel inferior, and this is the reason. Alright, with the 8 of Swords here, they are stuck in their head thinking that they are not good enough for you, and they are trying to say that they felt they were not good enough, and they thought that you had a lot of options that you could pick and choose, and that they would never be a choice, and that it was just passion that kept you together. You remember they got the Queen of Wands on their side, and there was passion that was connecting the two of you, and they felt that once this passion was over, you would just drop them and they would have to suffer a lot of heartbreak, and so they bolted from this connection, causing heartbreak, causing you to feel this. Before you could do it to them, they just ran away. And they have been concentrated on their coin to make themselves worthy for you. And now they are in this 9 of Pentacles energy. They've been building in this entire period of separation. They've been building. Alright? And now they feel that they are they have something to offer you. They're standing in their power. They are rich, and they feel that now they can, be your equal. And so they want to come to you with an offer. This could be a proposal. This could be, maybe they come in with a gift or something to rekindle. With this Judgment card here, second chances. But the sad part about this particular reading is that though this is a rose quartz heart and I was getting a cold feeling, even here, if you look at, there are no cups. The only cup is here, wherein they feel that you have options. Maybe they've been thinking about you a lot, but I feel more swords and pentacles and earlier on fire energy, and I don't see too many cups energy. Let's see the messages that they have for you. More messages. These are channel messages I have for you. And then we look at the Hidden Truth Oracle. Bitter. And they feel this bitterness from you because they have obviously done wrong by you. And for some of you, they are bitter because of their life circumstances, that when they could be together, they didn't feel good enough because you had more and they didn't. And possibly they, are the kind who feel really bad that they had a raw deal. I will always have a soft spot for you. This they recognize. Because you've always been this beautiful, gorgeous, passionate person, and they were so passionate about you. I guess no one will stir those kind of feelings in them. There is an ocean between us. This is what they felt in the past with this Eight of Swords here, that they could never possibly bridge the gap, that you are too, they just put you on a pedestal. I can never show you how I feel. I am not comfortable with being vulnerable. Maybe in the past they couldn't tell you that they feel less than, because their ego would get hurt. I see your glow up and I'm so proud of you. So since this breakup or whatever, they may be looking at your social media and they're happy that you're doing well, and they feel that it's time for them to come back towards you with an offer because they have done their bit. I messed up. If only life had an undo button. So maybe when they left, instead of saying that it was their insecurity because of which they were leaving, they just walked away as though, this was just a physical connection and that they didn't have anything else. First love is for keeps. All right. So they are pretty, that's what I felt, that this has been going on for a very long time. And when you started off, it was beautiful. And then it just separated. I mean, it just ended. And thereafter, there were no emotions. Let's see, what more do they have to tell you? I hid who I really am from you. So maybe they let on that they were doing better than they actually were, and they didn't want you to find out, so they just went away. You and I were too young. This I was getting very strongly. And with that first love is for keeps, they had to work on their coin. They had to become something. And they have achieved that. And that's why they want to come back to you. I feel you even though we are apart. So there is still this energetic, and with that lizard looking at that stingray, they could see that you still invested in them, though there's no communication whatsoever. I bury myself and work to forget you. That's what they've done. And they've possibly told themselves that if you want a chance with this person, you better level up here. Just being near you is intoxicating. This again, that physical, desire to be with you. They've never seen someone so attractive. They've never felt this way about anyone else. We both know I'm not the one for you. And this, I feel, it's because they also realize your family's expectations and the place that you are coming from and where they are coming from, they feel that society wise they may not be the right one for you, or this is something they felt in the past till they came into this energy, and now that they are here, they're coming back because they feel they have bridged some of that gap. I want to tell you how I feel, and this I feel they have not done in the past. I hide behind material things because they feel that this is the most important thing, that is the cause the divide between the two of you, which is why the coin is so important to them. And look at this bottom of the deck energy. Finally, something came out. I love you unconditionally. First love is for keeps. So these are the only two things wherein the emotions have really come out. So if in the reading it took so much time for this to come out, the end of the two decks, I feel they have not expressed anything but passion for you. They have not expressed their feelings or love in this connection at all, which is why I felt such cold energy, but it's there. And maybe you sense it. That's why the lizard was looking at the stingray. All right, maybe you did perceive that this person had their insecurities. And if you're still coming to the reading after so many years since the separation perhaps, then you also feel the same way, I guess. Let's take a look at the advice for you. Faith. And I feel they have kept the faith while working on their coin that they will bridge the gap. And you have also kept the faith that they will see what this connection was all about. This is the card that you get. And what does it say? Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that things will work out for the best. And I feel this is something that you have done, pile number 2. You did realize that they had to work on certain things, and you did have the faith, which is why you're still looking towards them. If you remember the lizard looking at the stingray, because you knew, you gave them space and there was no communication, but you've not given up the faith, and you knew that they will come around, which is why they're coming around. Intimacy. Yes, there was a lot of this before you parted, but it was possibly physical, and if there was something emotional, it was buried deep down within, and now it is going to come to the surface, and you will express with these cards here your emotion and how you feel. The number 18 or the number 9 could be significant with another 9 here. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Well, this one is going to be a full moon eclipse that's coming up, but does not matter. You can expect powerful change because this person has leveled up. They feel worthy enough for you right now, because for them the material equality was extremely important. They didn't want to be less than or feel less than in this connection, or maybe that's how they felt when they interacted with your family perhaps. All right, but now they've done the work and they realize that this connection was something beautiful, and you've known each other for years now. All right, with that first love is for keeps. So they're coming back, definitely coming back. We had the Judgment card as well. So this is what they want to tell you, is that they have finally leveled up and they feel worthy enough to come, and that in the past they didn't feel worthy enough for you or for your family, and now they've put in the effort and they felt you had a lot of options. They didn't want to hold you back. All right, but now they're going to come you and tell you what you mean to them. So I hope this reading resonated. You got something from here, and you keep doing you. You are, I feel, naturally very intuitive, so let your intuition be your guide. All right, that's all I have for you, pile number 2. Sending you so much love, light, and a lot of magic. Bye bye. Pile 3. Those of you who've chosen the Cozy Witch Tarot or this wonderful Labradorite stone, this is your reading. You've been feeling this connection is magical. Maybe your person also felt this at some time, and then what happened? You cast the wrong spell. Let's take a look. These are your tarot cards. We look at them at the end. We're first going to do the energy check-in. All right, these are your advice cards for later. This side is you, this side is your person. Connecting energies are here. You might find yourself resonating with this more. It doesn't matter, then switch energies. If you feel you sound like both the piles, it means you're mirroring one another. And if you feel you don't resonate with anything, then this is not your pile. Do choose another pile. All right. So let's take a look. You get the shark spirit, the Seven of Cups with the debauch, and the clover. The number 2 could be significant. For your person, they get the owl. This is water and this is air. The Five of Wands and the scythe. The number 10 could be significant, or the number 1. And for your connection, you get engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So, pile number 3, what do we have here for you? With the shark card here, I feel that you felt misunderstood with this connection. Your intentions, whatever you said, or however you came across, whatever emotions you had, your person possibly misunderstood. All right? They felt you had a lot of options. They felt you were not being loyal to them, perhaps. And they just put their judgment onto you without trying to understand your story or how you are as a person. All right? You just felt misunderstood. You felt unheard, you know. Your person is seeing things clearly now. All right? In the past, maybe there's been a lot of argument and a lot of fighting that happened, and maybe that's when you separated. You know, when you came together, there may have been a lot of attraction, which is the case in all relationships. When you come together, there's a lot of physical attraction. There may be a lot of, depending, I mean, with this person being represented as the owl, I feel they also saw you as an intellectual equal, which is why they came together. And there was this magical connection that you had. And then there was some sort of misunderstanding, all right? And this caused arguments. And maybe you're the kind of person who doesn't express yourself easily, freely, completely, you know? And so they jumped to their own conclusions. And you've had this huge argument and a falling out. But with this clover card here, I feel things are about to change, and they're going to change in your favor. This person is going to see the real you. And I feel there's all, you know, though they're separated from you for whatever reason, they're not able to rest easy because their heart is fighting with their mind and saying that was the dumb thing that you did. You know, it's almost as though they're cursing themselves for not finding out the whole truth, or not giving you a chance to speak, or not believing what you said, or not even giving you a chance to explain yourself fully, perhaps. They just got triggered because you meant something to them. You meant so much to them. But I also get this person may have had a lot of ego. So when they left, they just left. All right? But they've not been in peace. If you feel that they've been at peace and doing their own thing, no. There's this constant dialogue in their head telling them that they've been dumb. And then there's this, you know, logical side which says that no, all the, you know, whatever it was plain to see that this person wasn't being loyal, or this person wasn't into me. But they also realize what they've done is silly. They got triggered. They may have felt less than, and they felt you had other options, and they just got triggered. All right. And I feel this, but you are still looking in their direction because you are so smitten by them. All right. And though this person with this owl energy, someone who's seeing things clearly now, in the past they didn't. And now they're going to come. With the 10, number 10 here, I feel like closing out this cycle. And finally, they've decided I've been logical long enough. Now let me listen to my heart, and maybe that's why they're coming back, and possibly you will take your connection to the next level. So take it how it resonates. If this resonated with you, stick on for the rest of the reading. Otherwise, do choose another pile. All right. So we were going to shuffle the crazy witch. Oh, sorry, cozy witch tarot. Why did I say crazy witch tarot? I don't know. Oh my God! You get a five of wands. Five of swords here. You can't be right all the time. And what do we have here? Six of Pentacles. You've put in a lot in this connection, and they know that, all right? But they've been in this vague sort of energy, which is possibly because you triggered them. Maybe they saw you with someone, you know, and they just jumped into conclusions that you're not into them and that you have other options. And so then they just walked away. There's an interruption. Please give me a moment. Let's see. What does pile number 3's person want to tell pile number 3? What does pile number 3's person want to tell pile number 3? What does pile number 3's person want to tell pile number 3? This person want to tell pile number 3. Pile number 3's person want to tell pile number 3. Pile number 3's person want to tell pile number 3. Magician. You have everything you need to do anything that you want. The Star. Have faith that healing is in the forecast. It would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. That's the 9 of Wands. 8 of Cups. If your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. This is what is there in the card. It's not necessarily what your person is telling you. 10 of Wands. Why make things much more difficult than they need to be? I feel these messages on the card are for your person, all right? And Page of Swords. Curiosity is a type of magic. And I was getting that with this owl card. All right. Pile number 3. What does your person have to say to you? Your person has to say this to you, that they did see you as the star. They thought of you as one of a kind, as unique, as absolutely beautiful, out of this world. All right? You showed them direction. You were so special to them. All right? And possibly they had put you on a pedestal because they've never come across as someone so special. Your presence in their life was very healing. They looked up to you a lot, all right? They saw you as an intellectual equal, but in every other way, they have elevated you, you know, in your status in their eyes. And because of this, you know, it's possible they saw you with someone else and they got triggered because they felt that you didn't see them in the same light that they saw you, all right? And whatever happened, there was this conflict and this separation that happened between the two of you. Or even if there isn't a separation, maybe they weren't pouring in so much of energy because they felt less than, you know, when they saw you with someone else. Maybe their jealousy was triggered or whatever. But they are so, you know, and they didn't possibly give you a chance to explain also, which is why you felt misunderstood. But this person is realizing now that they've been foolish, you know, because there's this constant struggle in their head and their heart saying that they've been foolish, and they just reacted. It was knee-jerk reaction. They didn't ask you who the person was. They didn't ask you anything. They just came to the conclusion that it was all over, and before you could dump them, they just dumped you, and they may have said nasty things to you and walked away, all right? And they see with this Labradorite here, which is magic, they saw the magic in you. They just saw the magic in your connection. It was something so beautiful. And now with the magician coming here, they are manifesting you like crazy. And they're just telling you that they are ready to do anything to bring you back into their life, to give you another chance. Or give this relationship another chance. In fact, what give you another chance? They want you to give them another chance. All right? They have really been, struggling, but they're not giving up. They're definitely not giving up on you. And they have goofed up in the past and they're ready to make things okay. All right? So in the past, they've walked away. They've said something nasty because they felt defeated seeing you with someone else. And without giving you a chance to explain, they just walked away. And you know that they're going to come back, because from you I get this energy, pile number 3, that you understand where you're coming from, and you are not going to run behind them and give them an explanation if they've not given, had the decency to allow you to speak. So you have not chased after them, is what I feel. But you are still very invested in them because you have seen the potential that they have. And with that owl energy I was getting, I feel that you both connect on a mind level, even before you connect on a heart level, all right? And it is something that you absolutely loved. It's something that you really cherished in your relationship with one another. And you are just waiting for them to come around, but you will not chase them. You didn't go after them at all. But your eyes are focused in their direction because you know that they will come around, because you know that you've actually been extremely positive and you're aware of that. And you have self-worth. So it's not as though you went out of your way to call them back or give your explanation. You felt hurt that they didn't give you a chance to explain yourself. You felt hurt that they didn't even ask you who was this person, and they just came and gave you their verdict and walked off. And your dignity wouldn't allow you to go behind them. And so they are telling you that they are manifesting you. They see you as unique, and they're not going to give up on this. They feel burdened without you, and there's this constant struggle in their head ever since they left you, and things are not the same. With this curiosity is a type of magic. Oh wow, and the high priestess down below. They see you, look at that, with the star and the high priestess. They see you as someone so special, all right? And they may be eyeing your social media and waiting for the time to be right before they can come towards you. All right, so this is what they want to tell you. Now we're going to take a look at your channel messages. This is from the deck that I created some time ago, and then we'll look at the Hidden Truth Oracle as well. And Joey is getting restless. He wants to speak, just like your person wants to speak to you. I think I'll just let him out. Just give me a moment. A lot of interruptions here. Sorry about that. So what does pile number 3's person have to tell pile number 3? Confused. They're confused as to how to come towards you. They may be feeling sheepish, they may be feeling foolish, and they just don't know how to come to you. I miss you so much. That they do. That they definitely do. They're feeling burdened by it, in fact, staying away from you. Such wonderful energy. So many, as I said, that your mind's connected. And that is a very beautiful feeling. And you can't have that with everybody. Yes, it's very important for hearts to connect as well, but it's there's this sort of friendship I get from your relationship, even before things went into a love relationship. There was a lot of friendship, a lot of understanding. I don't know how to explain it to you. It was beautiful. I just feel this energy that you just got one another, your jokes and everything. But if you had a common group of friends, whether anyone else understood it or not, you both would get the drift, where things are and how you're saying it. And you had this joke between you, possibly, or you would pick up things together and then look at each other and you would just connect like that. Your family won't accept us. I think this is just their insecurity. From the cards back then as well as this, I don't see that. But maybe they feel that because they see you as the star. They've put you up on a pedestal and they're trying to, and I feel that these are the excuses they're planning to come to you with, because they just don't know how to tell you that they've just been dumb and not giving you a chance. You are so kind. It sometimes triggers, but it isn't your fault. Yes, it did trigger them, all right, but that doesn't mean that they don't need to apologize. It's, they can't just, they need to work on their whatever triggers them, because you can't come into a relationship with someone and then say whatever you have to because it just triggers you and expect the relationship to work. I am so proud of you, pile number 3. Obviously this person sees you as a star. You are that. You have been able to be so dignified despite of whatever happened, and you know that there's a lot of potential here. This person means so much to you. This person's a great friend to you, and then a lover, all right, and yet you didn't chase after them, and you've been hurt that they didn't give you a chance and they didn't see you and they didn't trust you for who you are. I'm so proud of you. Childhood sweethearts. That's what. So you've known each other for a while, and you've just connected as friends right from the beginning. It's been something very beautiful. So you just didn't expect them to react in this way, and now they're finding dumb excuses to come back and somehow get this connection going again. You mean the world to me, of course. My heart skips a beat when I hear your name. They're dying to come towards you, but they need to come clean, and you are going to make them apologize and take back everything that they said, because that was just not happening, and they are manifesting that. And with the shark energy looking at the owl, you've got your eyes focused on them. You know that they're going to come around, but you want them to come clean. And you've always been kind, but that is again no excuse for them to get away with what they did. Trust is very important. Trust and communication are so important in a relationship. Trust, communication, respect, and love. I know I messed up everything. Yay, good. I replay our conversations over and over, and I feel somehow these are the conversations which you had before this argument, not the one in which they had. I don't even think that was a conversation. They may just have launched a tirade and walked off, is what I'm getting. You were the best thing in my life. I get that feeling, They can't have that magic with anyone else. We will be together again. Well, that's some confidence. I wish things could be different. Yes, then they wouldn't have to come and explain themselves. They are feeling so embarrassed because they've been so dumb. My life is not as together as it seems. And I don't think this is anything major, but they just, I don't know, whatever is not what we saw, I feel that this person is just struggling to give you an explanation so that you will take them back, but they are so sorry about what they did, and they're so embarrassed about it. I feel you leaving me behind, which is good because that's how they're going to come back. I remember every detail of that day. So they remember having seen you with someone and just coming and saying whatever nasty thing that they did, and they walked off. See, for each of you, these situations will be mildly different, all right? So take it to suit your situation. It is basically a misunderstanding that has happened, and this person has not given you, has not trusted you enough or not let you speak your truth, and they've said something nasty and they've walked away, and you've been so dignified, you've not gone after them, but you know the potential of this connection, so you are just doing you and being this lovely star that you are, and this person's they are so embarrassed and they're just mustering up the courage to come to you, and they have a lot of cock and bull excuses, but they will come. I'm starting to understand our connection. I think they always did, but yes, they are understanding the fact that there is no one else like you, and so they're going to come back. So I hope this reading resonated, pile number 3, and trust me to finish the reading and say bye-bye and come back again. I did not give you advice cards, pile number 3. I'm sorry. You get happiness. Yes, there's a lot of happiness that's going to come because you have been true to yourself, pile number 3. And the universe is so proud of you for just standing with yourself and not, you know that there was nothing wrong that you did. And you didn't run behind them to give them an explanation. You just stood your ground. And that is a wonderful thing, to stand by yourself, to know your worth. And the universe is so proud of you. You're going to get that whole lot of happiness. This is the card that you get, and this says, you may not always understand why certain things happened. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Yes, and possibly in this case, you were meant to be the trigger for your person so that they come clean and they work through their issues. All right? So you are that beacon for them. Commitment. Number 4 could be significant. If you remember, your connecting card was the engagement. So this person is definitely going to come back with a proposal, and they realize there's no one like you. This is that true love card, Swan's mate for life. So this is that card, and you get emotional freedom. The number 13 or the number 4 again could be significant. All right? And there's an owl here, and they see you as this unique. Isn't this a Pegasus? I think so. And there's a lot of attraction as well. And you are going to actually set boundaries in this connection when this person comes back, and you're going to say that, you are not someone who's going to do well with possessiveness and with someone getting triggered by this, that you have to have your free space, your emotional freedom, the need to have your own set of friends, irrespective of gender, and the other person is not to get triggered. And this is something that you're going to be very clear about when you come into this connection. Last but not the least, your hard work is paying off. Yes, you've done the work on yourself, and there are times when you felt that you'd like to reach out to them, but you've held back. And this is beautiful. You've worked on yourself, and it is paying off. All right, this person is definitely coming back. That's all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope you are seeing this portion of the reading. I'll try and join it in between so that you don't have to hear the bye-bye. But if you do, I just still hope you have heard this. You have done such a wonderful job. You are an inspiration for a whole lot of us out here, and to the people around you, because it's something to be able to stand up for yourself, and that's lovely. That's all I have for you. Love and light. Bye-bye.